Desperate. My cracked leather loafers leave grease stains on the road. With every step, there is a new blemish, as they fry their oiled, weary heat into the cement. I sweep at the dust on my trench coat, but it clings desperately, mercilessly. I watch the gleaming silver cars drive by. Their shine disguises the dreariness of the people inside. They stare off into the distance and track the echoing gray cement ahead, while ignoring the frantic thumping of their own hearts. The leaping clouds above them try desperately to be heard, and form sugary peaks like meringue waiting to be smeared onto a gooey lemon pie, only to be whisked into oblivion by the playful wind. The road splits, breaking up the monotony of the traffic. And then the rhythm begins again. Everyone gets back into place, and it all begins again.
This is called The Crickets Have Arthritis by Shane Frozen. It doesn't matter why I was there, for the air is sterile and sheets sting. It doesn't matter that I was hooked up to this thing that buzzed and beeped every time my heart leaped, like a man's faith who tells him God hands are big enough to catch airplanes, or a world. It doesn't matter that I was curled like a fist protesting death, that every breath was either hard labor or hard times, that every meal was either too hot or too cold. It doesn't matter because my hospital roommate wore Star Wars pajamas. And he's 9 years old. His name is Lewis, and I don't have to ask him why he's here. I already know what he's got. A bald head and the skin and bones frame speak volumes. The Game Boy and the feather pillow boom like he's trying to feel at home because he's going to be here a while. I managed to smile the first time I see him, and it feels like the biggest lie I ever told, so I hold my breath. So I'm thinking any minute he's going to call me on it. Hold my breath because I'm scared of a 95-pound boy hooked up to the machine because he's been watching me, and maybe I've got him pegged all wrong, like maybe he's bionic or something. So I look away. Like I just made eye contact with a gang member who's got a rap sheet length lecture on dumb mistakes politicians have made. I look away like he's going to give me my life back the moment I got something to trade. I damn near pull up my pack and say, cigarette? But my fear subsides and the moment I realize Lewis is all show and tell. He's got everything from a shotgun shell to a crow's foot, and you can put them all in context like, see, this is from a shooting range, and see, this is from a weird girl. I watch his hands curl around a cufflink and a tie tack and realize that every knick-knack is a treasure, and every treasure's got a story, and every time I think I can't handle anymore, he hits me with another story. He says, see, this is from my father, see, this is from my brother, see, this is from that weird girl, see, this is from my mother. It took me 2 weeks to realize that that weird girl is his sister. It took him about 2 hours to realize that he missed her. They come every day and stay well past visiting hours because for them that term doesn't apply. But when they do leave, Lewis and I are left alone, and he says, the worst part about being sick is you get all the free ice cream you ask for. And the worst part about that is realizing there's nothing more they can do for you. He says ice cream doesn't make everything okay. And there's no easy way to ask him, and I already know what he's going to say, but maybe he just doesn't say it, so I ask him anyway, are you scared? He doesn't even lower his voice when he says, fuck yeah. I listened to a 9-year-old boy say the word fuck like he was a 30-year-old man with a nosebleed being lowered into a shark tank. He's got a right to it. If it takes a curse word to help him through this, I want to teach him to swear like the devil sitting there taking notes with a pen and a pad. But before I can forget that Lewis is 9 years old, he says, please don't tell my dad. He asked me if I believe in angels, and before I realize I don't have the heart to tell him, I tell him, not lately. And I just lay there waiting for him to hate me, but he doesn't know how to, so he never does. Lewis loves like a man who was born in the time before God gave religion and man left it to them to figure out what hate was. He never greets me with silence, only smiles and the patience I've never seen in someone who knows they're dying. I'm trying not to remind him that I'll be out of here in a few days smoking cigarettes and taking my life for granted, and he'll still be planted in this bed like a flower that refuses to grow. I've been here 5 weeks, and all I know is Lewis loves to pluck feathers from his pillow and watch them fall to the ground. Almost like he's the philosopher instead of the scientist ready to say, it's gravity that's been getting us down. The truth is, there's not enough miracles to go around, kid. For every answered prayer, there's a cricket with arthritis. And the only reason we don't have answers is because the search party didn't invite us. And Lewis, right now the crickets have arthritis. There's no music, no symphony of nature as if angels could bend halos into melodies that keep rhythm with the way our hearts beat. Students meet silence with the same level of noise made by the parents of dying 9-year-old boys when they take liberties in talking to heaven. We have to shout and let it shatter in our own vibrations, let our lives echo and grow, echo and grow, echo and grow. distant enough to know that as far as our efforts go, we don't always get a reply. But I swear to whatever God I find the time I got left, I'm going to remember you, kid. You tell your stories often as every story you told me, and every time I do, I'll say, see, there's bravery in this world. There's 6.5 billion people curled like fists protesting death, but every breath we breathe is to be given back. A 9-year-old boy taught me that. So hold your breath. And so when you hold the pen writing thank you letters on your skin to every tree that gave you that breath to hold, then let it go. Like you know something about growing old and giving back. Let it go like a laugh attack in the middle of really good sex. The black eye will be worth it. Because what is a night worth without a story to tell? And why reel the word like worth if you've got nothing to sell? You could drop pennies into a wishing well like the cost of desires, you could have that of a thought, but you've got expectations, so that others have bought your same dream for the price of a hard work, hang in, hold on mentality. Like, I accept any challenge, so challenge me. Like, I brought a knife to this gunfight, but last night I mugged a mountain, so bring it. I've had practice. Lewis and I cracked this world wide open. Found the prize in silence, we never lied to ourselves, never said we'd be easy or undemanding, never dreamt of anyone handing us anything. We sang in our own vibrations, daring angels to eavesdrop, then stopped mid-flight and plucked feathers from their arms to write demands that God's hands take the time to catch you. So that even if he doesn't, it's not because we didn't try. And I don't often believe in angels, but on the day that I left, Lewis plucked a feather from his pillow and said, here, this is for you. I have expected him to say, see, this is the first one.